With consequential elections just weeks away, investors are keeping a close eye on the market and the possibility of some volatility after they're over. Many are looking for options to invest more responsibly with their values in mind. Mike Koyanen with Principal Preservation Services joins us again this month with more on how ESG investing has led many investors to go in a different direction. Good to see you, Mike.
Always a pleasure to be here, Liz. I love being on Alpha News.
For those that don't know, what is ESG investing and who's behind it?
Yeah, ESG investing stands for environmental, social, and governance investing. Environmental, when it comes to how the companies affect the planet, carbon emissions, waste management, sustainability efforts. I mean, that's the green car, hybrids to the green initiatives there. Social, how companies treat people, customers, employees, broader community, also with labor practices and diversity in the company, in the workforce. And then also the governance, how the issues with, leadership ethics and diversity on the board, executive pay. The biggest companies behind these are, the number one is BlackRock, number two is Vanguard. So they're the companies that are pushing these funds.
And what do we know about their track record with them?
Unfortunately, they're fairly new, and the track record isn't great. The last few years, they've underperformed traditional investments due to the lack of diversity. A lot of these ESG funds are invested in a lot of technology, which hasn't fared well, even a couple of years ago, 2022. Their lack of diversified in these type of funds, and which has caused investors to look elsewhere. When we look at having a diversified portfolio, you might want to have been in some oil stock. When the Russian-Ukrainian war was going on, those prices went up, and people in ESG, they stay away from those type of investments. So it's a very small sector, which you mean you're not diversified, you're missing out in other areas.
Because of that, you say that these ESG funds are gaining a bad name with investors.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. I mean, because of lack of diversification, poor performance, and really a big thing is the political stance that they take. The green initiative is very strong with ESG investors. So a lot of conservatives don't want to be part of these because they don't agree with that. And I think you should invest with your beliefs and your values. So it's caused a lot of people to pull back. So I think it was in 2023, over $9 billion of money were pulled out of these funds in 2023. In 2024, the first half of this year, over $13 billion. So we'll probably finish the year over $30 billion have been pulled out of these funds due to people just saying, I don't need to invest this way. Even if they agree with that stance, they're not happy with the performance at all. And the controversy with politics involved with these funds, even states like Texas and Florida have banned these funds from their state pension plans. They believe they're not truly diversified. They're not a true fiduciary standard type investment to be part of those funds.
It is clear, though, that there are other options for investors. This isn't the only way to go. Where can they invest, to have a clear conscience? Yeah,
there's a lot of great options to invest in. So I think a lot of people don't want to be investing internationally. What's going on in the world out there. There's a lot of good fundamental companies here in the U.S. that have good morals and ethics and practices, good fundamentals that you can invest in, stocks and bonds and mutual funds, ETFs, things of the sort. Or we have others that want to be maybe looking at commodities, gold and silver, oil rights, mineral rights. We have a lot of our clients have done well, which is real estate. You can own real assets, real estate in your portfolio. You can also own partial shares of real estate in your portfolio. So some people enjoy that, and that's done very well. And then we look at some non-traditional, not really true investments in your IRA, but people doing very well investing this way, which is they're very niche. They own planes and they restore planes and sell them. Cars, collector cars, they do the same thing. Guns, we've seen that. Antiques, tractors. I've seen this a lot in Wisconsin where people they don't lose in value. They just keep going up and up and up. So in coins, things like that. There's a lot of different options out there outside of the realm that they're trying to push you. So you don't have to follow that agenda, that initiative. Invest in your beliefs and your standards. You don't have to give in to what they're trying to promote and push upon every investor out there.
Interesting. Yeah, money talks.
It does.
Thank you, Mike. Again, Mike Koyanen from Principal Preservation Services. We'll see you again next month.
Thanks, Liz. Appreciate it.